Bashiru Mohammed, Acting National Publicity Secretary of the ADC, joins us this morning to give his perspective on what's going on. Good morning. Thank you for coming on today on the program.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Well, this letter, written by the lawyers from your group, has been described as just mere letter. Nothing is going to happen. They've written the first one. This is the second one.
Yes.
What has changed? If INEC removes the name of Senator Mark, it will be the voice of Jacob and of Esau.
Well, thank you for bringing me to the program. It's a pleasure being here. This is the time Nigerians have been waiting for. And I must tell you this very categorically clear. We were not in a banana republic. We are in a state governed with the constitutions of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law. Nobody operates outside the ambit of the law. Nobody becomes deviant to the law. We are all subject to the law. I've been given this premise. Firstly, what necessitated these transmissions of these letters? Our party, the ADC, has a constitution. Are you with me? And what is our constitution? In Article 14, sub-Article 2, paragraph I, opines that when the national chairman of a party resigns or is absent, the deputy national chairman takes over the affairs of the party within the zone of the resigned national chairman. Nafi'u is constitutionally in order to assume the affairs of the party upon the resignation of Ralph Noso. That is what happened. And when that was done, I think we're moving on very quietly, we're moving on very correctly. Also, we had some usurpers. I refer to them as usurpers, those who are temporarily sojourning in a place and holding power. We had some groups of persons headed by Senator David Mark to have claimed to the leadership of the party. And of course, this was contested. We took it to the appropriate court to challenge the manner of takeover illegally. You understand? So, having said this, there was a judgment from the trial court, that is the Federal High Court. The judgment was given. We began the processes to ensure that they are back from where they are coming from. And what was the judgment? It was given, and we proceeded to an appellate court, the CA, Court of Appeal, and asking them that, please, INEC chairman, obey a certain rule. What is the rule? Let everything be on status quo antebellum. Which he says, it is what it is right now. That status quo is the way it is. Who with the name of Senator Mark there. That's what Mr. Okonkwo that is ignorant of the law. Let me school him what the Constitution means and what status quo antebellum means.
Are you a lawyer?
I'm a law student.
You're a law student?
Yes.
He is a lawyer.
Constitutions can be interpreted by who? Even you can read the Constitution.
I can read it. I can't. I'm not empowered to interpret it.
Hold on. Can I tell you that? Can I tell you that? You asked me a question. Let me tell you what that means. What is status quo antebellum? You shouldn't drag the names of lawyers in the mud. If he doesn't know that, you should see clearly. There are cases that have been cited regarding status quo antebellum. Simply means, for layman comprehension, the state of things of affairs should return to how it were or how it was before hostility. What was the state of things? In another dimension, status quo antebellum also means the state of affairs of something should remain as normal as it was before litigations. How was it? National chairman or state national chairman is Nafi'u. When a constitution resigns, a constitution of the party, I can avail you for your citing. What does it mean? When a chairman resigns, the deputy chairman takes over. So we have taken over. And the court has directed that if you cannot prove your cause, why you should take hold to the chairmanship or the leadership of the party, or you cannot claim or prove a cause why you shouldn't be removed, then maintain status quo antebellum until the court who has been ordered to have an accelerated hearing of the Federal High Court gives a judgment.
Part of what he also asked you, so maybe you may also let the viewers know, he says, you guys wrote the first letter to INEC. Yes. Now, this is the second letter.
Yes.
What has changed? What informs the second letter?
Thank you so much. This is the problem. We are now having a problem with INEC. INEC is about having a problem with Nigerians and the democracy. INEC has been adamant, has been flagrantly and blatantly disobeying court orders. We wrote a first letter that, look, citing the order of the CA, the appellate court. Look, it is quite regrettable that we have a very senior lawyer, an SAN, at the helm of affair of the electoral empire, who is disobeying the court order. Firstly, we drew his attention to the first letter we wrote, having given him a signal on motion expartee order, motion on notice in December 2025. And we drew those things together. Oga, you have to respond to the court of the law. You can't be continually deviant. If you don't do so, you will face Nigerians. Look, let me tell you, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Section 287, subsection 2, says every decision of the Court of Appeal is binding on authorities, persons, and institutions, which INEC is not exempted.
Okay, you know,
that is our problem. And the second letter, a minute, please.
Yeah.
And the second letter we also wrote is to let INEC know your continuous violation of this will give us no option than to have you on ground for contempt of Court of Appeal orders.
Okay, let me get this straight.
Yes,
there was negotiation amongst members of the leadership of the former leadership of the ADC with the people you now call usurpers. Is that correct?
Very correctly.
Were you aware when those conversations were going on?
With who, please?
With the people you call usurpers.
Having conversation with who? In my party?
Yes, were you aware?
Nobody of such.
Okay, but you recognize Mr. Ralph Wosu as the chairman of the party.
He resigns from the party.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not privy to any other secret conversation.
You were not aware with any conversation he was having on behalf of your party.
He resigned
with Senator David Mark and a number of other people who were.
That is not recognized by us. It's voluntarily done on personal ground. He resigned from the party.
It was done on personal ground. So
yes,
there was nobody with him when those conversations were taking place.
Like I said, that's unknown to us. Please.
I'm asking is a question.
It's unknown to us.
There was nobody else who sat with him as a member of the ADC.
It's unknown to us.
So when this takeover, this handover was being done, when I remember Senator David Mark, Mr. Ogbeni Aregweshola was being decorated in the cloth of the ADC, nobody was aware at that time.
That was done ignorance of the law. We never knew of them. Nothing. Our constitution doesn't oppose that.
May I ask, this letter that we're seeing here, this letter of resignation that we're seeing here.
Go ahead, please.
Is this something that
we put it to
Nafi'u Bala recognizes as his own signature?
Let me dismiss it upon arrival. This is forged. This is not his signature. As we speak, he's challenging this in a court of law.
Forged by who?
That is what we are determining. That is why he has gone to the court.
Right. So this is forged.
This is not his signature.
Yes, he's saying that this is not his signature.
Not he's saying. This is not his signature. Our chairman doesn't sign. He doesn't resign.
Have you seen his signature?
You are telling an acting public secretary if you have seen his
I'm asking you because you are saying that he's contesting this. I'm asking if you've seen his signature before now.
He's my boss. He's the acting. I mean, he's the authentic chairman of the party, and we have correspondences together. So his signature is things I'm privy to, and mine too as well. So this is not his signature. That's why we're contesting this in the court of law.
It'll be interesting to see how that eventually goes, because you say he's also, and you allege that this is forged.
As I speak to you, you can do your verification.
I'm just a little curious as to when this purported letter of resignation appeared and when Honorable Nafi'u Bala decided to go to court. When did he decide to go to court? Do you have an idea of the first date his lawyers appeared in court on his behalf? Well,
I'm not privy to the hearing and the commencement date of that.
Do you have an idea of the period? Maybe you don't have the exact date.
I just answered you. I'm not privy to the surrounding. But what I'm going to tell you categorically clear, this is not his signature.
It's interesting because it will be very interesting to look at the dates when he went to court and when he was...
The court should determine that. This is before lawyers and SANS already.
You brought this before the court of public opinion, and we're asking questions in that regard. And for the public to be able to make up their mind who they actually believe, this sort of things are also very important. What time was he said to have resigned? When this initial action happened? And was he said? I have not put it categorically. Was he said to have resigned, or when Mr. Ralph Wosu resigned? Because I want to believe that when Mr. Ralph Wosu resigned, that he took over as chairman. Is that not correct?
Excellently.
So if that is correct, the question is, what time did he then take over? What time did he then say he had taken over, and what time did he go to court to enforce his rights? Do you have an idea?
You marry it to what time Ralph resigned. What time did he resign from the party?
Was that when he went to court?
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. You
Are you not the
that.
party
I'm
member?
putting it back. I don't answer questions on this program. What time did he go to court? I mean, was that when he went to court?
As I speak with you, you see, let's be explicit. This is already being contended in the courts. And we're challenging that.
If that's the prayer before the court, let's leave that.
Yes. So that we don't discuss
From
much
your
that.
demeanor,
Yes, please.
I suspect you know some more than you're saying, because it looks as if, because this letter you've written.
Are you a prophet?
I'm looking at, we've been in this
looking at
game.
your body language.
We've been in this game for a while. Your body language suggests that you suspect something is going to happen today. Is INEC going to remove the name of Senator Mark from the list today?
My brother, in fact, INEC has left it to have, it's long overdue. And we are challenging them. On this program, we're going to give 4 demands to the INEC chairman before I leave the program. They should do everything they can. They are long overdue. How do you sit on the court order? Who are you? Who are you, please? It is, you see, it's becoming highly worrisome that he's a son, an SAN. He doesn't know the position of the law. He doesn't have to do that. So he should do that. This is long overdue. We need to talk about the affairs of our party.
So the name will be removed from the list today.
INEC should do the needful as soon as possible before we approaches electoral timetable and other demands. Something needs to be done. They need to be removed, and that is what we are asking.
You've heard that you're being sponsored by the APC, that your part is being sponsored by the APC. How do you respond to that?
Sponsored by the APC. What are there proofs of that? That's an allegation.
It's not about proof. I mean, what do you make of it? Do you think
that is unfounded.
This is a preposterous allegation being made, or do you think that this is something that could be possible?
Well,
you might not know.
Well, let me tell you. No. You see, in my office as the acting public secretary, you don't say I might not know. I'm at the affairs of the party. I'm at the level of the affairs of things of the party. Let me tell you something. When the INEC recognized them, did we say anything? You see, these people always goes around to cause chaos. When INEC recognized them, we were mocked. They say, okay, look at it now. We have been recognized. Look at them, time wasters. But we pursued it logically. We don't make noise. What are we demanding now? We are demanding on the ground that we have given a court order, which has been given an order for an accelerated hearing. Respect the court order pending the completion from the trial.
Mr. Mohammed.
Mr.
Mohammed.
Yes, please.
No, in political parlance.
Go ahead.
No man, no political party or political man comment with this men without backing from powers from above.
It's what we are praying for.
We're suspecting you.
Yeah, we are praying for. I need to dismiss them. They have the right to work already.
Don't be surprised if that name is removed today.
Please, it's what we want. They should do that. If they don't, they're going to see us on the streets. While I leave this program, I'm giving them 4 demands, please. The INEC should firstly invalidate the purported NEC meeting of that group held on the 25th of March 2026. That is one. And secondly, INEC should discontinue taking or receiving correspondences and exchanging same with them, with Senator David Mark and his unknown group. That is 2. Then 3, the obsessive chairman of our party, Honorable Nafi'u, should be allowed to take the structure immediately. We have no time on our side.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm just, well, I'll let the viewers read between the lines. Read between the lines. Don't say we didn't ask you. Well, we'll have to thank you for coming on this morning. Bashiru Mohammed, Acting National Publicity Secretary of the ADC. Thank you for coming on today.
You'll be seeing more of me as soon as we take over the party.
I told you.